Good morning, my brothers and sisters. I know how long you are going to live. Why is that? Well, because it says so in Psalm 90. Psalm 90, start with verse 1. Lord, you have been our dwelling place in all generations. Before the mountains were brought forth, wherever you had formed the earth and the world, from everlasting to everlasting, you are God. That's verses 1 and 2 of Psalm 90. So Psalm 90 is going to address who is God and who are we in comparison with God? What is this relationship that we have with him? So what characteristics, as we start here, of God must we know before we finish this psalm? Let's keep an eye out for them. So here's some characteristics. The Lord is a dwelling place, a refuge, a relational metaphor that we can be living in him, trusting in him, relying on him, putting our eggs in his basket, if you will, voting with our feet. Here's how we know. Are you serving? Are you fellowshipping? Are you giving? Are you attending? Are you putting yourself before his word? If so, then perhaps he's your dwelling place. If not, don't tell me he's your dwelling place. Don't tell me that you abide in him. All right, let's go to verse 3. You return man to dust and say, return, O children of man, for 1,000 years in your sight are but as yesterday when it is past, or as a watch in the night. Verse 5, you sweep them away as a flood. They are like a dream, like grass that is renewed in the morning. In the morning it flourishes and is renewed. In the evening it fades and withers. So we are dust. We started as dust and we're going to return to dust. And it's okay to be dust. Psalm 103 says that he reminds us that he knows our frame and he remembers that we are dust. So our life here on earth is temporary and he is eternal. So that's one of the big contrasts in the psalm. 1,000 years are like a night watch of a couple hours. Years are like the grass, a dream that flourishes for a moment and then fades, at least here. So God is eternal and he's in charge of time. That's one of the big points here. For now, every moment we live is in the mire, in the tar pit of time. We're surrounded by it. We can't get away from it. But our Lord invented time. He's above it. He controls it. And mankind, we may think that we're powerful, but the greatest of us, who has stopped time? Genghis Khan, Nicholas Tesla, Harry Houdini, presidents and paupers all flourish temporarily and then fade to dust. So then, we'd best be proclaiming and submitting to God. You are God from everlasting to everlasting. All right, verse 7. For we are brought to an end by your anger. By your wrath we are dismayed. You have set our iniquities before you, our secret sins in the light of your presence. Oh no, our iniquities are before you. Our secret sins are not secret. Here is why the goodness of man can never be good enough. And like we said yesterday, here's why your own mother cannot make it to heaven based on her thoughts, her love, or her deeds. It's because her sins are compared, as it says here in Psalm 90, in the light of your presence. So one of the points from yesterday's video is not whether your mother is better than Jeffrey Dahmer. It's whether her secret sins, for all have sinned, all fall short of the glory of God, what those secret sins look like in the light of his presence. So yes, on one hand, we are agents of wrath. Our forefathers and foremothers are agents of wrath, and God's anger is indeed justified. So is that the end of the story? Probably not. Let's read on. Verse 9. For all our days pass away under your wrath. We bring our years to an end like a sigh. The years of our life are 70, or even by reason of strength, 80. Yet their span is toil and trouble. They are soon gone, and we fly away. Who considers the power of your anger and your wrath according to the fear of you? So this is the second most famous line in the psalm. I think the most famous line we're going to get to tomorrow is verse 12. So teach us to number our days that we may get a heart of wisdom. So we'll get to that tomorrow. But before we do, the point is our days are passing and they add up to wrath. How's that? In light of his presence. So in comparison to pure, perfect holiness. So life is short, and if you've been alive a day, then it's shorter all the time. It's precious. The years of our life here are not infinite. They're infinite somewhere, but not here. So what's typical? What's average? What's a good long life? Well, Psalm 90 tells us it's 70, or by reason of strength, 80. So let's go over a couple things about life and death. Revelation 21:4, one of my favorite hopeful verses, is he will wipe away every tear from their eyes, and death shall be no more. Neither shall there be mourning, nor crying, nor pain anymore, for the former things have passed away. So that's in a day to come. The point is, we were not created for death. Death is a horrible consequence of our sin. Now it's a reality, but it won't always be. So God is going to fix our death problem permanently. 1 Corinthians 15 says that the last enemy to be destroyed is death. And then there's a passage in 2 Corinthians chapter 5. For we know that the tent of our earthly home is being destroyed. We have a building from God, a house not made with hands, eternal in the heavens. For in this tent we groan, longing to put on our heavenly dwelling, if indeed by putting it on we may not be found naked. For while we are still in this tent we groan, being burdened, not that we would be unclothed, but that we would be further clothed, so that what is mortal may be swallowed up by life. So do you have some groaning over the reality of death? If so, then Psalm 90 is for you. Do you long to put on your heavenly dwelling? Then let's make God your dwelling now. This is what it means to number our days that we may get a heart of wisdom. And we have to hurry in the sense that we only get 70 years, or if by reason of strength, 80. Thanks for listening.